Hey, what's up everyone? It's Ransom, and today I'm going to show you how to mix your vocals quickly and easily using just 3 plugins. These plugins I'm going to show you are probably the ones I use the most, so hopefully they can help you with your mixing as well. Let's get to it. Alright, so the first plugin I'm going to be talking about is FabFilter's Pro Q3. This is about the first plugin I put on any track. First thing I put on anything, just in case. I don't always enable it. Sometimes I have it disabled, but if I need to carve any frequencies out of the mix, this is the EQ that I would definitely use. It's very easy to use, very user-friendly. And I'm not going to go into depth on how to use these plugins. I just wanted to make a quick tutorial on the plugins that I would use, the top 3 plugins I would use for vocals, just to get a clean mix right off the rip. So yeah, this is the first one I would use, and since every mic is different and everything sounds different depending on placement, where it's at, people's voices are different. I'm not going to give you a, this is the perfect EQ to make it sound right. I'm just going to give you maybe just a couple small things that you could maybe start with that will get you going. So the first thing you could do is add a low cut at the bottom here. That's typically something you can do with vocals unless you're doing some kind of crazy effect thing where you need to, for whatever reason, have something below 100 hertz. But usually you can put something up to about 60 hertz, and that'll be a good starting point for most vocals. Maybe for females, you can go up a little bit higher since they have a higher register. But for the main vocal, I'd say about 60 hertz is a good starting point, and you can roll up or roll down if you need to from there. The other thing that I would recommend is you may want to cut or boost depending on the microphone. Like I said, this is very, very preference, but this could be very general as well. You may want to add or boost roughly around 170 to 200 hertz. You may want to add or boost something there potentially. If you want some more warmth, you can add. If you want to, if it sounds too boomy or bassy-ish, then you can kind of remove it like that. And that is kind of a good starting point for an EQ if you were to get started. And up next is going to be compression. And compression is going to help smooth out that vocal performance by controlling the dynamics. And the plugin I would use for something like that would be Virtual Mix Rack by Slate Digital. So this plugin right here has not only a bunch of options for your dynamics and compressors, such as transient shaper, gates, things of that nature, and then you also got a whole bunch of equalizers in here, and harmonic plugins as well. So this is overall just a monster plugin to have in your repertoire. So I would recommend getting this one. And honestly, most of these compressors here are good. Up top here, if you are doing vocals, I would recommend something like the FG2A. That's a very good compressor to use for some vocals. Of course, I'm not going to go in depth on how to use these plugins. I'm just kind of giving you a general sense of what you can kind of mess with, because every project will be unique and different. So yeah, be sure to check this plugin out. Definitely a worthy plugin to have in the arsenal. And finally, I want to introduce the reverb. This reverb is going to give some space, but you also don't want to overdo it. Reverbs are very touchy. You just want to have the reverb kind of more of a background thing. And the plugin I would use for that is Valhalla Room. This plugin has always been a trustworthy plugin for me. You can get very in-depth. They have a whole bunch of awesome presets you can already use. And yeah, I mean, I sometimes would even put reverb directly on the insert on the track here itself, and just mess with the mix knob over here, probably between 5 and, anywhere between, I'd say, 1 to 10% would be plenty. If you're going to do it like that. Now, if you're going to put it on Ascend, then that would be a different story. But yeah, basically this plugin right here is going to get you the space and be able to put you in that room or that space of where you want to be, whether that's in a studio, whether that you want to sound like you're in a freaking shower, whether you want to sound like you're in space or like something crazy like that. This plugin right here is going to be able to put you in that environment. So be sure to check it out. And yeah, those are the 3 plugins that I would use on any mix if I was going to get going. And someone said you get 3 plugins to use. What are you going to do? And you know what? Matter of fact, we might even turn that into a challenge and make a little something on that. So stay tuned and be sure to subscribe, like if this helped, or if you got anything out of it, you know what I'm saying? Bada bing, bada boom. So thanks for watching. Peace.